over 2,000 euros in profit and 30,000 euros in capital under management. My second payout with Darwinex is coming tomorrow, October 1st. I started trading with Darwinex at the end of 2023. Now it's the end of September 2024. If you haven't heard about Darwinex, they have a subscription program which is called Darwinex Zero. In Darwinex Zero, you trade CFDs without putting your own capital at risk. So in order to start, you sign up, you register, you trade for 15 days. After that, your Darwin is created. From there, you can participate in Darwinex Zero. You need to meet certain criteria in Darwinex Zero in order to get an allocation. So once your Darwin is created, that represents your trading strategy, and it's standardized for each individual trader. Darwinex has a proprietary calculation methodology that allows them to essentially standardize all of the trading activity for each individual user, and they use that to compare all the Darwins to each other for allowing investors to invest in individual Darwins. So currently there's 7,000 traders competing for allocations, and my highest rank was 738. So this is my Darwin, which currently sits at a return in September of 0.77%. Now over the previous few months, there has been a negative return of 13.25%. My max drawdown came from earlier this summer, actually. So that's why it is negative 22, because July was just terrible. But looking at the allocation history on this Darwin, in March, I received 30,000. In April, I received 30,000 again. In May, I got another 30,000. In June, I got another 30,000. That led to a total of 120,000 assets under management, and each allocation lasts a total of 3 months. So my last allocation is ending this month. Now, why is this important? The higher allocation you receive, the higher chance of larger payouts you have, because you're managing more capital. Some other key facts about the Darwinex platform: they also show details about each Darwin. So currently, I have 30,000 euros under management. Return since inception is negative. Max drawdown is negative, and my return in the last 6 months is also negative. Despite this, because of the way that the Darwin calculation goes, I am still going to receive a payout. Now, of course, this Darwin is not as ideal as it should be. So in July and August, I was essentially getting into and out of drawdown until September, where I have this negative return on the Darwin itself, but the account is in profit. So here is a list of all the months that I've been trading. So I started in December 2023 with a 0.71% positive profit. And then every month except for July has been profitable. Now, due to my trading in July, of course, I'm not at the return that I want to be at, but my record still shows that I have received a total of 120,000 euros in allocation. And there are cases of Darwins that have come back from larger drawdowns to then actually rank pretty high on the leaderboard for the competition. So this page that shows the history about how my Darwin has performed also is a page where I can see all of the Darwins currently competing. And this goes for both silver and gold. So currently the Darwin in the top spot has a rating of 98, and this person has a 20% return for September. If you look at their allocation history, this might be their first allocation. So all these stats about the competition are available, and traders can see what's going on and where they stand. Now back to the My Darwin page. There's analysis about the assets and timeframes that are traded. So here we can see that I've taken 167 trades, 74% are winners. There's 7 assets in total. You can click on buy asset to see what those assets actually are, and all these other stats are readily available. So this is the type of detail that you need to go into when you are looking to really get serious about your trading and showing that you can be profitable over a long period of time. Average losing trade is negative 0.85%. Average winning trade, 0.20%. Looking at the risk management of the Signal account. So one of the things that Darwinex does is they provide a Darwin risk multiplier, which essentially helps as part of that standardization process to make sure that if you risk a lot, you're not going to be getting any type of unfair advantage because all the assets under management are standardized. So this Darwinex risk multiplier looks at standardizing the trading activity of that particular Darwin as opposed to looking at the actual dollar amount. So that's one of the ways that Darwinex keeps a level playing field for all traders. So this page with the Signal account shows the actual account that I've traded since the beginning, what the return has been, and of course that dip that I mentioned that happened in July that I then got out of is shown with this red section of the graph. There's charts that track the open trades, trade distribution, and also the leverage of the Darwin. So currently, in order to get an allocation, you need to have a rating of 75, which I did have in some of the previous months, but for this month, I'm only at 20. It's very hard to get from 20 to 75. Due to that, this Darwin is not looking great. Another interesting thing is looking at which sessions are traded. So 30% Asian session, 34% European session, 34% American session. So actually most of the trades that I take are in the American and European sessions, but I do like to trade Asian session also. So I think this is really interesting to see details about the trades that you might not think about if you don't track the manual. So just to show how it looks when you get a payout, Q3 2024, I got a payout in July. So that was processed and paid around the middle of July. And so I wanted to mention that because I haven't seen many videos of people actually getting payouts with Darwinex. Darwinex is legit. Darwinex does pay out, even in Darwinex Silver. With that being said, I'm expecting that next payout tomorrow. I'll collect that. I'll probably just move on to the new Darwin. I don't think I'm going to try to revive this one. But if you have any questions, let me know. And like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.